the game is to dish it out and not take it. And then when your career is over, take your money. These people don't give a fuck about these people don't give a fuck about us.
Oh man, you know how I get. They love you and then they hate you.
See me, they don't like me because I'm a straight shooter, and I was able to become my own boss.
Floyd Mayweather has made a bold claim, stating that Gervonta Davis's career is practically over. He revealed that he had warned Davis about the unforgiving nature of boxing, but his advice was ignored. Mayweather stressed that fighters must prepare for life beyond the ring, as the sport doesn't offer second chances.
Box, turn. The name of the game is boxing. The name of the game is not slugging, because when the fight game is over, when boxing is all over, and you hang it up like me, you still want to be able to have your faculties. You still want to be able to have your brain. That's more important than anything. The money. Your health is more important than anything. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit. And I was the best at doing it, and I'm going to continue to teach these young fighters. The name of the game is to hit.
Gervonta Davis has repeatedly landed himself in trouble, whether through legal battles or personal conflicts. His career has been marred by multiple arrests and high-profile controversies, keeping him in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Beyond legal issues, Davis has also clashed with key figures in the boxing world, including Floyd Mayweather. His public feuds and off-ring drama have often overshadowed his undeniable talent, raising serious doubts about his discipline and future in the sport. Despite being one of the most gifted fighters of his era, his inability to stay out of trouble continues to cast a shadow over his legacy.
Recently, Tank Davis decided to upload this on his Instagram. I'm not sure what's wrong with Tank Davis. I don't know what legal issues he's having because he has a hearing close. I'm not sure when the date is, but him and Floyd Mayweather have always had this weird relationship where sometimes Tank doesn't seem to be in good terms, and then sometimes they are in good terms. The energy is off. Let me know what you guys think that post means, what he's going through. I hope he's doing good, because we want him to fight, and we want him to fight really good opposition. So let me know what you guys think. What's going on with Tank?
Davis's decision to leave Floyd Mayweather's promotion was one of the most controversial moves of his career. While breaking free to take control of his own path seemed like a power move, many believe it came at a cost. With Mayweather's vast experience and deep understanding of the boxing business, his guidance could have been invaluable in shaping Davis's career. Mayweather didn't just dominate inside the ring, he built an empire outside of it. Walking away from that kind of mentorship has left many questioning whether Davis truly made the right call.
You know, so I don't want Tank to necessarily leave Mayweather. I think he's in this position because of everything that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have done for him. So I do want him to do what he is saying. Take control of your career. Say that you want Shakur and actually fight Shakur. Say that you want Devin and actually fight Devin. You know, fight these guys. Don't keep making new names. Like, you gave Barrios a chance. You gave Isaac a chance. Like, you know, Gamboa. Like, those aren't the fights that we want.
In 2024, Gervonta Davis reached the peak of his career, delivering electrifying performances that left fans in awe. His dominance in the ring was unquestionable, cementing his status as one of the best in his division. With an unbeaten record to back his reputation, Davis became a true powerhouse in boxing. His pay-per-view numbers soared, and his star power reached new heights, proving that he was not just a fighter but a major attraction in the sport.
On its own. As of 2024, the brand of Tank Davis is one of the most commercially and financially successful ones in all of boxing, standing shoulder to shoulder with Saul Canelo Alvarez. It's so successful, in fact, that a lot of people say that Tank's popularity outranks his actual achievements, pointing to several different instances where it seemed like Tank was avoiding the best competition in his weight class and getting preferential treatment based on who he is and who he's associated with.
Despite his success, Gervonta Davis has not been immune to criticism. Some boxing analysts and fans argue that he is overrated, particularly among casual audiences who are drawn to his knockout power and flashy style. While his highlight reel finishes have made him a fan favorite, skeptics question the level of competition he has faced. Many believe his record, though impressive on paper, lacks true tests against the absolute best in his division. This has led to debates about whether his dominance is genuine or simply a product of careful matchmaking.
He said Tank.
He's still on the air?
He said Tank is.
Hey yo, they did Max Kellerman dirty for real, but go ahead, bro.
He said Tank is overrated by people that don't know boxing, and he's underrated by people that do know boxing. And what he
That's
meant,
buzz.
what he meant by that
That's
is
buzz.
that-
I agree with that.
What he meant by that is that if you don't know boxing, you don't know who Tank is.
Major criticism surrounding Gervonta Davis is the caliber of his opponents. Analysts argue that his team has strategically picked matchups that favor him, steering clear of the division's most dangerous threats. While this approach is common in boxing to preserve a fighter's marketability, it has fueled doubts about whether Davis is genuinely proving himself at the highest level. Fans have long awaited showdowns against top-tier competition, but many believe his resume still lacks those defining victories that would solidify his legacy as an elite champion.
Gervonta Tank Davis is one of the most overrated fighters in the sport of boxing right now, and not because of his skills, but because of his resume, and resume does matter. In my opinion, he's a victim of what I call Terrence Crawford syndrome, where you have a really bad promoter who only wants you to fight in promotion fighters who you know that they can 100% beat. If Tank Davis wants to be great, he's going to have to fight one of the other champions in the two divisions that he fights in, 135 pounds and 140 pounds. I'm going to list off all the champions in those divisions and tell you if I think he can beat them or not. So first we got the only other full champion in 135 pounds, Shakur Stevenson. If they fought, I think Tank has a good chance of maybe knocking him out in the later rounds. But if I had to bet my house on it, I would say Shakur Stevenson would beat him in a close decision, and it would end up probably being a boring fight. But I think Shakur has the skills to beat Tank Davis over a long 12-round fight. Now we have Subriel Matias, who's a scary Terminator-like fighter who gives up the early rounds to come on later and drown you in those later rounds. But he's very stiff, and he doesn't have very good footwork at all. I think Tank Davis will probably, box his face off for most of the 12 rounds. There might be some trouble in the late rounds. But if Tank can stay out of trouble, I think this is one of the few champions that he would beat, but I don't think he would fight him.
After his fight against Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis found himself under heavy scrutiny for failing to secure a knockout. With Roach moving up in weight, many expected Tank to dominate, but the fight turned out to be far more competitive than anticipated. The fact that Roach went the distance raised serious questions about Davis's performance. Critics argued that a truly elite fighter should have been able to stop a smaller opponent, and this bout exposed potential weaknesses in Davis's skill set, forcing fans to reconsider just how invincible he really is. Intro, Ryan Garcia, a fellow lightweight star, didn't hold back when discussing Gervonta Davis's controversial ninth-round moment against Lamont Roach. Garcia argued that Davis taking a knee should have been ruled a knockdown under boxing regulations. His remarks reignited the debate over the fight's officiating, with many questioning whether Davis was given a favorable ruling. This controversy only amplified calls for a rematch, as fans and analysts alike believed that questionable judgment calls may have influenced the fight's outcome.